Your motorcycle is talking to you right now, through sounds, through feelings, through things you've noticed but haven't acted on yet. And every one of those signals means something specific about what's happening inside your machine. The problem isn't that riders don't notice these signs. Most riders notice them. The problem is that they file them away as something to deal with later, next week, after the weekend, when things slow down. And later is exactly what a small problem becomes an expensive one. Today, we're covering 7 signs your motorcycle needs a service right now, not eventually, right now. Sign number 4 is the one that causes the most irreversible damage when ignored, and most riders who have it don't realize how serious it actually is. Stay until the end, because sign number 7 is the one that's most commonly mistaken for something minor when it's actually pointing at something significant. Let's get into it. Sign 1. Your throttle response has become sluggish. Your motorcycle should respond to throttle input immediately and proportionally. Open the throttle and power arrives, cleanly, progressively, without hesitation. When that response starts feeling lazy, flat, or delayed, your engine is telling you something specific. Sluggish throttle response points to one of several converging issues: a dirty air filter restricting airflow, a partially blocked fuel jet or degraded injector, worn spark plugs delivering incomplete combustion, or carbon buildup in the combustion chamber reducing efficiency. In most cases, it's not one cause, but several developing simultaneously, which is exactly what happens when a service interval gets pushed past its limit. The danger of ignoring this sign is that performance degradation is gradual. Your brain adapts to the new normal. You stop noticing how much the bike has changed until you ride a well-serviced machine and feel the difference immediately. By that point, months of compounding wear have accumulated. Sign 2. Your fuel consumption has increased noticeably. You know roughly how far a full tank takes you. You've ridden this bike enough to have a feel for it. And lately that range has shortened. You're filling up more frequently without riding more. Increased fuel consumption without a change in riding style is your engine telling you it's working harder than it should to produce the same output. A rich running carburetor burning excess fuel. A dirty air filter forcing the mixture rich. Worn rings allowing combustion gases to bypass and requiring more fuel per power stroke. Dragging brakes adding resistance the engine must overcome continuously. None of these causes fix themselves. Every kilometer of increased consumption is a kilometer of compounding wear on the underlying cause. When your fuel range drops noticeably, not slightly, noticeably, a service is overdue. Sign 3. Unusual noises from the engine. Your engine has a sound. You know what it sounds like because you've heard it thousands of times. A new sound, something that wasn't there last week or last month, is never random. Every mechanical noise has a source, and every source has a cause. A ticking that increases with engine RPM points to valve clearance that's moved out of specification, clearance too wide causing the valve train to tap on every rotation. A knocking sound from deep inside the engine at idle or under load is bearing wear, rod bearings or main bearings that have developed play. A rattling on startup that disappears after a few seconds is often cam chain tensioner wear. The critical rule with engine noises is this: a noise that's been present for weeks and hasn't changed might feel stable. It isn't stable. The component making that noise is wearing continuously. The noise changes when the wear reaches a threshold, and by that point, the damage is already significant. Investigate any new engine noise immediately, not after the weekend. Sign 4. Your oil looks dark, dirty, or milky. This is the sign that causes the most irreversible damage when ignored, because oil condition tells you exactly what's happening inside your engine, and bad oil means bad things are happening right now with every single rotation. Pull your dipstick or check your sight glass. Fresh oil is amber and translucent. Oil that's dark and opaque has reached the end of its effective service life. The additives are depleted, the contamination load is high, and the protective film it forms on metal surfaces is compromised. This is the most common finding on an overdue service, and it's the most straightforward fix. An oil change returns protection immediately. But oil that looks milky, gray, or has a creamy foam texture is a different and far more serious situation. Milky oil means coolant is mixing with your engine oil through a failed head gasket or cracked component. An engine running on coolant-contaminated oil is experiencing accelerated bearing wear and internal corrosion simultaneously. Every kilometer ridden in this condition multiplies the damage. This is not a schedule it for next week situation. This is a stop riding today situation. Check your oil every 2 weeks. What you find there tells you more about your engine's condition than any single check. Sign 5. Your clutch is slipping. Accelerate moderately in 3rd or 4th gear and pay attention to what the engine does. On a motorcycle with a healthy clutch, engine RPM and road speed rise together proportionally. On a motorcycle with a slipping clutch, engine RPM rises faster than road speed. The engine spins up, but the acceleration doesn't match. Clutch slip develops gradually as friction plate material wears thin. It's most noticeable under hard acceleration and in higher gears where the load on the clutch is greatest. Riders often notice it first as a vague feeling that the bike isn't pulling as hard as it should, and mistake it for an engine performance issue rather than a clutch issue. A clutch caught at early slip stage needs a friction plate replacement, a manageable service. A clutch ridden through to complete slip failure can score the steel plates and damage the clutch basket, turning a straightforward repair into a significantly more expensive one. The moment you feel RPM and speed separating under acceleration, service it. Sign 6. Braking feels different than it used to. Your brakes have a feel you know, a specific lever travel, a specific bite point, a specific progression from initial contact to full braking force. When that feel changes, more lever travel needed, less initial bite, a spongy feeling that wasn't there before, your braking system needs attention. Increased lever travel without spongy feel usually means worn pads. The caliper pistons have extended further as pad material reduced, requiring more fluid displacement per application. Spongy feel specifically indicates air in the hydraulic line, air that got there through a low fluid level, a deteriorating brake hose, or a caliper seal beginning to fail. Both conditions reduce your stopping power below what you're accustomed to relying on, and stopping power is not something you want to discover is inadequate in the moment you need maximum braking. If your brakes feel different than last month, service them now. Sign 7. Your bike pulls to one side or handles differently than it used to. This is the sign most commonly mistaken for something minor, a tire pressure issue, an uneven road, just the way the bike rides. And occasionally it is tire pressure. Check that first. But if both tires are correctly inflated and the bike still pulls consistently to one side or feels different through corners than it used to, something structural or mechanical has changed. Uneven tire wear causes handling asymmetry, one side of the tire worn more than the other from consistently one-sided cornering or from a wheel alignment issue. Worn steering head bearings create a vague, imprecise feeling through the bars, particularly noticeable at highway speed, where the front end should feel completely planted. A bent fork from a previous impact causes the bike to track differently in one direction versus the other. Worn suspension, front or rear, changes the chassis geometry the bike was designed around and affects every aspect of how it corners and brakes. None of these announce themselves dramatically. They develop gradually, masked by your brain's ability to adapt to the new baseline. The moment you notice your motorcycle handling differently from how it handled 6 months ago, that's a service signal you should not adapt to. Investigate it. The riders who ignore them find out the hard way that motorcycles are very patient about delivering consequences. But when those consequences arrive, they arrive with a repair bill that reflects every warning that was ignored before them. You now know what to listen for. The only question is whether you act on it. Subscribe for more real motorcycle knowledge. See you in the next one.